Namaste programs, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. We've done all the bush trips, we've had a look at a few things around the place. One thing I haven't done is the airliner training. Now, I learned myself personally in the real world prop planes, and I've done this training here, but yeah, something I'm not particularly good at or have any idea about it is airliner, so let's see what this training's like. Let's see, takeoff and landing. Wow, it's huge. Alright, let's learn how to lift off an airliner. Let's hope it gives me some clues as to the best way of doing things. Airliners may seem more complex than light aircraft, but proper preparation will help you take off with ease. This training session will teach you a few key concepts. Read takeoff speeds on the MCDU and flight computer, identify the different detents on the thrust levels, monitor the primary flight display, PFD, to identify correct VR speed, refine pitch altitude using the flight director using initial climb before engaging autopilot. Right, really? Hey, Nice Côte d'Azur, I'm not far from there. 1 idle thrust, 2 CL to manage thrust along the flight, 3 FLX for reduced thrust takeoff, 4 toga for max thrust takeoff or go around. Good to know, good to know. I've forgotten it all already. Idle, manage thrust, reduced thrust, and max thrust. Okay. Alright, let's go. What have we got to say? What have we got to do?
Perfect weather for a flight out of Nice Côte d'Azur, don't you think?
Oh, absolutely.
We're on runway 22 left, and we're cleared for takeoff.
Right.
Taking off in an A320 obviously requires more speed and a longer runway than a single-engine prop plane. But luckily, we have some extra tools at our disposal to make the job a little easier once we're airborne. For starters, the autothrust manages engine power to maintain a target airspeed. Autopilot will keep us on track with navigation, and the fly-by-wire system lets us maintain a consistent attitude without needing to make constant adjustments. When I give the word, you're going to execute a straight-out takeoff. After you complete the initial climb, I'll take the controls.
Okay. Lovely to hear. Are you giving the word? Hello? Alright, we'll just go full power, I guess. I do, yeah, okay. Let's take the,
We are not ready to go yet aboard takeoff.
Ah, okay. So what was I waiting for? For her to just, I don't know. She was just thinking, I guess. Was she out? She's in the loo, maybe. Out the back getting a drink.
When I give the word, you're going to execute a straight-out takeoff. After you complete the initial climb, I'll take the controls.
Okay, waiting on you then. Wherever you are. When she gives the word. Any minute now. Any minute now. Hello? Hello? Are you going to give the word? I guess not. What is she waiting for then, I wonder? Oh, we have objectives over here. Hang on a second. It's all clear to me now. Control 5 to check the MCDU.
The rotation speed, VR, is 131 knots. I'll call out when we reach it.
Okay, control 1 PFD.
Then, once we hit VR, you just need to begin a gentle rotation by pulling back on the side stick. Don't exceed 10 degrees until you've lifted off.
Okay.
We
Control
need to be
6.
aware of 3 different detents. CL, the thrust setting we will be in for most of the flight. Toga, to take off at full power on short runways or when performing a go-around. And for today, FLX MCT for a reduced thrust takeoff. We reduce thrust at takeoff to preserve our engine life and save fuel.
Understood. Okay, control 3 display camera.
As you can see on the engine warning and system display, I applied the parking brakes earlier. Whenever you're ready to take off, go ahead and remove them.
Alright, Ryan B to remove parking brake. There we go.
To go. Apply half forward side stick. Then move both thrust levers gently forward to 50% N1.
What was that? 6? Move thrust levers forwards to 50% N1. How do I do both at once? I don't? $50%. Well,
Then move them
51%.
to the flex detent.
Move thrust levers to selected takeoff thrust, FLXMC or toga. How do I see that with the with this in the road?
We've left the runway. Takeoff aborted.
This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. How am I supposed to see? I guess we have to go quicker than that.
Then move both thrust levers gently forward to 50% N1. Then move them to the flex detent. Okay, now the auto thrust is armed. Use the rudder
Okay.
to keep us on the center line.
Okay.
80.
We're at 131. 10 degrees until we're off the runway.
Positive climb, gear up.
Gear up.
Engage autopilot.
Engage autopilot.
Autopilot can either be engaged 5 seconds or 100 feet after takeoff to manage heading and altitude. The FMA
Okay.
is showing lever climb, which means we've reached thrust reduction altitude. Adjust the thrust levers to climb detent. Now we're in the climb detent. Auto
Okay.
thrust is active and will manage airspeed by adjusting the power. At S speed, retract flaps to 0. Disarm ground spoilers.
Disarm spoilers, huh?
I have the controls. Nice work. That was a smooth takeoff.
All too easy, except extremely difficult. Okay, clear as mud. Clear as mud. This is why I stuck with a light aircraft. Alright, let's try landing now. The main reason I want to do this is for the landing because, you know, I haven't been doing the landing challenges, and I want to, but I'm not 100% certain exactly how you land an airliner. I mean, I've done it, but I don't know if I've done it right. And I want to do things right, you know? You know? Alright, here we go.
We're on course for a visual landing approach into Nice Côte d'Azur. Auto thrust is going to handle power management, so our main objective is to control the pitch to stay on the glide slope. The beauty of fly-by-wire means you only need to use the stick when you want to make attitude adjustments. Anytime you return the stick to the center point, the aircraft will keep to the current attitude. Alright,
Okay.
as long as the auto thrust is on, the speed will be automatically managed. Throttle should stay on the climb detent. Just focus on the trajectory to begin. Remember, fly-by-wire doesn't need a lot of corrective input. Just keep making small adjustments to pitch and roll as necessary.
Okay.
See the screw on the dash above the PFD? Use that
No.
as a guideline to keep us centered on the runway.
Ah, the screw on the
Look
dash.
to the
Okay.
right of the runway at the 4 colored lights called PAPI. They'll give feedback to stay within a 3-degree glide slope all the way down. We're a little
Okay.
too far out to read the colors yet, but when we're closer, the 4 lights will tell us how we're doing. If the PAPI shows 2 white lights and 2 reds, then we're on target. 4 white lights means we're too high. 4 red means we're too low.
Ah.
At 20 feet, pull back on the stick to kiss the runway, but be careful to avoid a tail strike.
Why are we flying over in a different direction now? Stay aligned to the runway and follow 3% glide slope with PAPI lights. Alright, well, is it this screw here or is it the screw there? Already forgotten what she said. So red lights were good? Were bad? Green lights were good? Can't really see, they're sort of flashing white and green at the moment. Here we go. We'll use this screw here. She did say align the screw. Don't know how you turn auto thrust on, but hey, I guess it's on. around. Put all this rubbish. Oh, well, it's definitely doing something. But I don't know how you turn it on. You'd think that would be something I'd want taught to me. And suddenly we're flying over here now. Come on, back over this way, plane. I assume it's keeping my 3 degrees because it's some kind of auto thing?
1,000.
1,000. Coming into Nice. Okay, that's a bit better. Try and get our screw in the right spot. Very complicated.
500.
How do I know what 3 degrees is as well? Just from the lights.
We're getting close to the threshold. Now shift your focus down to the end of the runway.
Okay.
3.
Listen for the computer calling out retard, then set thrust to idle.
Okay.
200. 100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20.
Time to flare.
5.
Okay. It didn't say anything about retard. Somehow
Now
landed.
return the side stick to neutral. Spoilers and auto brakes are activated.
What the hell's a side stick? How would I turn that on during landing challenges? Auto thrust and everything. Is it just something it does? Is that why I've had trouble landing these things? Because I've been trying to do it myself? When in fact...
We may need to check the runway for dents after that touchdown. But
Oh,
we
fuck
arrived.
off.
Keep practicing.
Fuck you! Alright. Didn't seem that difficult, except it will do it for you. So is that the case for every airliner? Who knows? Well, we did it. We did it. I hope that was of some interest. Definitely, I just wanted to get it out of the way, so I thought I might as well make a video of it. You can watch how terrible I am at dealing with heavy aircraft and jets. That's mainly because I didn't ever go further than light aircraft propellers in my own time, and quite frankly, I prefer the light aircraft propellers. They're just, there's less automation, I guess, is the real reason I prefer them. So hey, hope you enjoyed that. Catch me for the next one if you can. Au revoir. Goodbye.